In this video, you'll see one of the most local things people still do here, buying fresh herbs straight from the field. So, this is where I filmed yesterday, a small vegetable field close to where I live. It's quiet, small, and full of everyday sounds. Water, footsteps, voices. So, I decided to start a video from this spot before we just go into the rest of it. It's early autumn in Hamedan, mid-October. The air is cooler now, but the soil still smells of summer. My mother is walking a few steps ahead of me, and we are taking this narrow dirt lane that leads us to the vegetable gardens. These fields have been here for years, feeding families in and beyond our neighborhood through the warm months. When spring starts to turn warm around May, farmers begin planting. The herbs with roots already in the ground, mint, parsley, wake up first and spread fast, while others wait for the seeds to be sown. By June, everything turns green. Rows of parsley, coriander, basil, tarragon, dill, even radishes and turnips. Ahead of us, there's a small fenced yard with flowers and a few fruit trees.
چقدر خوبه که سبزی داریم. ما گفتیم جمع کردیم. سلام گفتیم شاید جمع کردیم. گفتم خدا یک سری بیام از این سبزی های عکسی فیلمی بگیریم. من تو مهر اومدم سبزی نبوده، اصلا زمین رو جمع کرده بودم.
بستگی دارن هوا خوبه، همه چی از فلفل بادم جان
تازه دارن
تازه چیدیم. همه چی
چه خوب. راستی ما از ترس که تمام شه مرداد به اون گرما همه سبزی ها رو آره ماشاءالله
فرمودین شیری؟ نه نیست پیاسی هم نه همه سیته هم هسته یه بیشترش کنم
سلام علیکم.
سلام علیکم.
آقا من که سبزی گرفتیم. عباس آقا حواسش میره 2 کیلو یک هر کدوم 1 کیلو
Along this path, there's a small swing for the children who came here with their mothers.
بچه ما بودیم گفتیم کارت گم زیاد کردن به کسی کارت نمیدن.
وای
نه همینجوری دارم. خیلی هم عالی.
خیلی تا چاقو گم کردم اینجا تو سبزی پاک نمی‌کنه.
آره به هر کسی که خواسته دادین تموم شده.
حالا رفته. حالا اینو آوردم خونه که دستش هم اینجوری مثلا تو سبزی معلوم بشه.
My mother is walking ahead again. Then a child's voice breaks the quiet. It's simple, but for children who live in apartment buildings, this feels like a small freedom. A place to play while their parents pick herbs under the open sky. We walk into the second stall. In front of me are several big tubs filled with water. Inside them, bunches of greens floating. Next to the tubs, I notice a few giant Armenian cucumbers, the biggest I've ever seen. Around this time of year, people buy them for pickles. When they grow this large, they're no longer eaten raw. I turn the camera toward a small fenced flower garden beside the stall. It's full of colorful blooms, local flowers and wild plants that keep growing even when the weather cools down. It's not just work, it's also a small gathering, a routine that brings people together.
نه آشنایی دارم ملازمه
A little further ahead, the noise fades again. I turn the camera toward the fields. The second garden is stretching under the autumn sun. Most people here buy their greens to serve fresh alongside their meals. A mix of herbs that's part of almost every table in spring and summer. Later in the season, they buy in larger amounts to freeze the same herbs for winter, for stews and dishes that rely on them, like for sabzi, ash reshte, herb patties, or celery stew. People here don't worry about the water. Everyone knows it comes from local wells. Clean, safe, and fresh. That's why most families prefer to buy from here instead of city vendors. These two gardens work separately. Sometimes one still has something the other doesn't. Maybe a few last rows of dill or tarragon, while the other has already moved on to mint or leek. That's why people usually walk through both before buying. They look around, ask what each seller has, and then choose where to get the freshest mix for their herbs. These small moments are what make this place feel alive. Everyone busy, everyone part of the same rhythm. A man passes by, holding the vegetables he just bought, walking toward his car. Soon the fields will be quiet again, and for a moment everything stands still. The smell of mint, the quiet voices, and that feeling that this is exactly where I belong.